All right, Cordell here with Cordell Tinch for the Grand Slam track. First, the D2 Nationals just came out, and your school, Pitt, came out doing really well. Could you share, for those that may not have seen what went down, just what it's like to see that continue after you graduate and when you were finished there?
I mean, it's the same thing. You want me to hold this? It's the same thing that I said before about Pitt, just in general. They were like that before I got there. I got there and things just happened to blow up, and people now kind of looked at it. But they've won 7 straight national championships. I've only been a part of 2 of those. So to see the culture that they've got going on there is see them, and the things that I do inspire them, the things that they do inspire me. So it's a great relationship going back and forth with them.
How do you feel that competing at, in the D2 level versus if you were to say, hey, I'm going to transfer and go to one of these big D1 schools, how do you think that helped you or affected, you going into your pro circuit right now?
I think, honestly, I've had the same mindset on whether you got to go to a smaller school or go to a bigger school. I've had the same approach my entire life. Go to where you feel comfortable, especially as a collegiate athlete. Go to where you are comfortable, because when you're comfortable, especially in track and field, I personally believe you run your best when you're comfortable and in somewhere you want to be. Not somewhere where it's like, oh, I'm only here because so-and-so came here and this is a great thing. So I think that taking that as to being a pro, that's why I haven't left, because I'm comfortable there and I'm enjoying there and we're running fast.
And would you say, something about comfortability, throughout college and even the last few years, you've done both the hurdles as well as the long jump. Is that something that you're still looking to hopefully continue, or is this year going to have a little switch?
It's still something. I mean, first getting into track, I'm a jumper at heart. Hurdles just happens to be what we're doing really well in. I would love to make my way back to a long jump runway, but at the same time, if right now is not the right moment, at some point I think that there'll be an area where we can figure it out, but you got to ride what's hot, and currently there's no need to do anything besides hurdle.
Saying you want to ride what's hot, obviously you've had a fantastic race here coming off of the road leading to 9. Were you surprised when you came across and saw what that was, or was it just kind of part of where you were at in training?
It's a mix of, yes, I was surprised, but also I wasn't surprised, because just before that trip, we had a workout and we had a home Pittsburgh state meet. I wasn't going to run, but our hurdlers that we had there were like, look, if we don't run against you now, we're not going to run against you till basically if we qualify for USAs. And so it was essentially, I did a workout and then was like, all right, fine, I'll run. I ended up running. I ran 12.9 at that race. Nobody really knows that because, one, it was windy, but at the same time, running 12.9 regardless is a big deal for us hurdlers. It's not the same as running, a 9.8 and it's windy versus a 10.0 and it's legal, where wind affects us a little bit less depending on who you are. But I ran 12.9, and then to go out and travel, it's surprising because we were in China. That's where it's surprising, because I was like, I don't expect to run that fast, but I expect to run fast for me. So don't really know. I'm still wondering how it happened, but it's God's timing. So.
And so you mentioned that you were a jumper at heart. We've seen a lot of the videos. Shoot, I think I've posted a few of them of you dunking. So if you were to put together a dunk contest of current track and field athletes that are currently competing, let's say 5 athletes, if you can get up to 5, who would they be? You can include yourself in.
Oh, I was going to be a part of this. So it would be me, Shelby, because they put him in the All-Star game, and I feel like we needed a little bit more out of the dunks he was giving us, but I think he's got more in the bag. Javon has told me he can hoop and this and that, so I want to see a dunk contest with him. Trying to think of who else. I haven't really heard many people talk about basketball for real besides those that I'm around in. We're gonna make Grant come dunk, just because even though I told him after watching him shoot that free throw with whoever, I think it was him, Noah, and Ryan. After I watched him shoot that free throw, it made me uncomfortable a little bit as a hooper. But yeah, we'll have Grant come, and then I don't know. Maybe A-Rob. Maybe he can dunk. That's who we'll take too.
And so here you're going to be doing the the hurdles as well as the 100. What would you say? Are there any times that you have in your head of what to run? We know we've seen Trey dropping 10-1s here. Is there anything that you're like, yeah, this is what I want to see coming?
I'm running 9.95. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, honestly, I think knowing that Trey's got, out of all of the hurdlers that are here, Trey and Jamal, I think, have the most flat speed. I personally believe if I, altered my training for the 100, that it'd be different, but I don't think any of us are like, oh, I'm going to Grand Slam to run the 100. No, we're coming here to hurdle and then see what we can do in the 1. So I don't have a goal in mind. I think I just focus on the hurdles, and then if I run a good hurdle race, that means I can run slower in the 100 and be fine.
Awesome. Thank you, Cordell.
Of course.